Welcome back. All right, so news of the day video for all you fine people just before the Nashville-Edmonton game gets started here. I wanted to wait and see if any news came out with Jack Hughes. There hasn't been any news, so I'm spoiling what's down here, but you can read it. Anyways, so we'll start off with Tampa Bay. So the other night, Tampa Bay playing against the Columbus Blue Jackets, and if you're a Ballys subscriber, may not have been able to see the game. So for affected customers, Ballys is offering a 7-day credit. However, it also affected subscribers in Detroit, Dallas, Fort Worth, Minneapolis, St. Paul, and Milwaukee, and credit hasn't been offered to everybody as of yet. So it did affect other NHL and NBA games apparently as well. And so we'll see if Bally's offers any other credit. I mean, it's not like Bally's has gone bankrupt and is in financial dire straits or anything, so I'm sure it'll be fine. But at any rate, there's a 7-day credit for you there. It doesn't help turn back time and unglitch that game so you can watch it, but at any rate, that's been offered by Ballys, and their answer would be better than nothing. So let me know your thoughts if you're taking them up on that credit or if you're looking for another way to find games. The Ottawa Senators have called up Järventie and McEwen. So the Sens dealing with a lot of injuries, dealing with a lot of just various other problems right now. And so Järventie being called up, it'll be interesting to see how he does. McEwen, of course, we know what he does on the fourth line. His job will surprise no one. But it will affect Ottawa's chemistry, and this is a team that currently is sitting with a record that's not where they want it to be. So, yeah, they're just going to have to fight through it, right? They're already dealing with a bunch of injuries, and now it's been added to. Sheldon Keefe, and this is predictable when asked about the lack of a response to the Marchand trip on, and I've seen it called a slew foot. It's not a slew foot. Watch Scherzi, that'll show you a slew foot. But yeah, the Marchand trip on Liljegren, he hated the lack of a response from Toronto. And again, this leads to the whole discussion about Reeves and how he's on the fourth line and what that's done. And really, this again comes back to what we've been talking about a lot lately. They looked like they were toughening up in the offseason, but if those players aren't on the ice when something happens, what then? So, at any rate, Liljegren's been placed on LTIR. They've called up Benoit. They've also called up Lajoie. We'll see how either one of them plays. Of course, Benoit was signed as a free agent in the offseason, so was Lajoie. They're both depth defensemen. And Toronto, yeah, that's being tested early in the season. For Montreal, they're getting a little bit healthier. Dvorak is set to make his season debut tonight in St. Louis. Dvorak saying all the right things about how he knows he has to help out. Montreal's a team that has a decent record, and they've gotten here because Jake Allen, Montembeault have both been fantastic. Now it's up to the rest of the team to really start to pick things up. If you're going to make this sustainable, they're going to need more goals, they're going to need to generate more opportunities, and they're going to need to show that as a team they can get those wins, not just via great goaltending. So adding Dvorak to the lineup should help. Taylor Hall is set to return for Chicago. Got to be honest, all I can think in the back of my mind is I hope this time he's 100%. I hope we're not going to see him back on the IR soon. For Chicago, of course, they need him. They need to have Taylor Hall's skill in the lineup and to have him on a line with Bedard. This is why they brought him in. And if Hall's going to be spending a lot of the season on IR, I think that Kyle Davidson at that point should be working the phones and looking at adding one or two forwards up front that teams might be willing to part with because of the salary cap concerns around much of the league. Chicago would be wise to go out there and look at adding a couple of forwards anyways. Not necessarily to get a bunch of wins, but because you do have a young prodigy in Bedard, and you want to give him a chance to succeed, and having good line mates there with him is a big part of helping him find that success. So again, no update as of yet on Jack Hughes' injury that I've seen, just that he left last night's game with an upper body injury, and we're waiting to see how long he might potentially be out. There was supposed to be, and I'm sure there'll be an update later on today, but it'll be during a bunch of games, so there's the possibility I'll upload a short to the channel once that news comes out. Of course, if you're a Devils fan, you don't want to see him out that long. And if you're a hockey fan, you're not going to want to see him out that long either. Number one scorer in the NHL and all that. Absolutely ridiculous start to the season. Be fun to see how far he can go with this and whether or not he can end up with 130 points in a season or 140, 150. How high could it go? And a reminder, during his rookie year, there was a lot of, this guy's a bust. What was all the hubbub about this guy? And I think Jack Hughes, at this stage, has actually kind of moved beyond what the projections were when he was drafted first overall. I think he's even better than he was expected to be when he was drafted there. So for the Rangers, who are dealing with a lot of injury issues right now as well, Brodzinski is going to debut tonight in Minnesota. And he's slotted onto the second power play unit. Apparently he's had a very good start to the season in Hartford, so they want to give him a look at that second power play unit, and we'll see how it goes. Brodzinski is a veteran at the National Hockey League level. He's also been out of the league for a while, and so there should be some good desperate hockey. You want to make sure that, A, the Rangers don't want to send you back down, or B, if the Rangers put you on waivers to send you back down, there's another team that decides they want to pick you up for their bottom six. So, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. As always, don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.